Let's practice the rest of the Hebrew Alef Bet. Let's continue with the letter Kaf all the way to Tav. As you see, Kaf has two versions. One is one with a dot there in the middle, which means it's a dagesh, and one without. When there is a dagesh, it's equivalent to K in English. If it doesn't have, it sounds like chet, like CH in English. An example for a word that starts with kaf is kadur. Kadur, the kaf has a flat line, a patach underneath it, sounds like a. There's daled with a dagesh in the middle. I'll talk about that in future lessons. It doesn't matter now when we pronounce it. There's a vav, a vowel with a u in the middle, and a dot in the middle sounds of u, and a resh. And the word is kadur. Kadur. Kadur is a ball. Kadur is also a capsule or a pill that you take, a vitamin or a medication. It's also called kadur. Michlala is a college. I'll pronounce it slowly. Michlala, and a normal speed, michlala. It's a chaf. The letter is kaf, but it's pronounced chaf because there's no dagesh in the kaf. There's a dot underneath the mem for the E sound. Michlala. T-shape symbol underneath the lamed and the second lamed make the sound of a and hey in the end. Michlala. Michlala is a college. Michlala is feminine. Kadur is masculine. It will help us later in other lessons when we count or use colors. The next letter is lamed, like L in English. And the word is lev. Lev. Lev is a heart. You see two dots underneath the lamed, or three dots, would sound like a. And the word is lev. As we described in the previous class, bet without a dot sounds like V in English. If it had a dot, sounds like B in English. In this case, it doesn't have a dagesh, a dot, and the word is pronounced lev. Lev adom, red heart. Lev tov, good heart. Lev. The next letter of the Hebrew alphabet is mem. Mem is like M in English. More is a teacher, male teacher. More. The vav has a dot on the top. This vav is a vowel. Reish with three dots sounds like e, and hey at the end. More. Feminine would be mora. More. Mora. Mora is a teacher, school teacher. The next letter is nun, like N in English. And we have the word nachash. Nun, chet, shin. The nun has a sound, the chet has an a sound, and this is a shin, as the dot is on the right side of the crown of the shin. Nachash. Nachash yarok, green snake. Nachash. Nachash is masculine. The next letter is samech. This is a fancy font. This is a more standard font. It looks like an O in English. And it sounds like S in English. The samech has three slanted dots that make the sound of U. Same as if you had a vav with a dot in the middle. In this case, we didn't use a vav, so we used the three slanted dots. It's very unique. The other three dots we saw are standing straight. This is slanted, U sound. The lamed has it's a sound on the bottom. It looks like a T. I want to say kamatz. We haven't really learned the names of all the symbols. I'm trying to introduce it very slowly. That's why I was hesitating. It's a kamatz, and kamatz sounds like a. Kamatz sounds like a. It's the T shape. So the word is sulam. Sulam. Sulam gadol, sulam katan, a large or big ladder or small ladder, katan. Sulam echad, one ladder. Sulam is masculine. That's why I use the word echad to describe it. Echad is one, masculine. Sulam. The next letter is ein. Ein. It's like A-Y in English, or A-H, Ein. You don't have to really pronounce it strongly in the throat yet. I mean, later on when you get more advanced, you can. So Alef and Ein sounds very similar, and it's okay if you make it sound like an Alef. It's fine until you get more familiar. There's some people can really pronounce the Ein very strongly from the throat. But if I use a word like this one, an example, Ein, it does come from the throat, but as a beginner, you can start with just practicing and saying Ein. The Ein has a patach underneath it, a sound. The Yud here has a chirik, a E sound underneath that. And this long line is a nun sofit, an ending nun. That's one of the 5 that we have to use in ending letters. We have a video about that as well, and you will learn how to use them as well, the 5 of them. This is one of them, the nun sofit, ending nun. So the word is ein. In plural, it's einaim, singular, ein. Pei or fei. We have 2 options with the letter pei. The letter is pei. It has a dot in the middle. It's pei. It's like P in English. An example is pita, like a pita bread. Pita. Pita is feminine, ends with the a. You have videos about that, how to determine if a noun is masculine or feminine. It's simple when we have the a sound, like yalda or pita. Yalda is a girl, pita is a pita bread. And pita starts with a pei, with a dot underneath the pei, with the E sound, and the tav has a kamatz, a sound, and it's pronounced pita, pita achat, one pita. Pita chama, hot pita. When the pei doesn't have a dot or the gesh in the middle, it sounds like F in English. And the example is mafteach. Mafteach is a key, and the pei sounds like fei, like F in English. Mafteach. Next one is tzadik. Tzadik, some people say tzadik, but the word is pronounced, the letter is pronounced tzadik. And tzadik is either TZ or TS. And the example I have here is a turtle. The turtle is tzav. I've used the TS in this example because many people use TZ and make it sound like zav, which is incorrect. But I have both of them in case. Tzav is the correct way of pronouncing it, and I'll say it slowly. Tzav. Tzav is a turtle. The next one is the letter kuf. Kuf is like K in English. And obviously a simple word that everyone knows is cafe, is coffee. Cafe. The kuf has a kamatz, a sound. The fei, this one is fei, it's not pei. Remember, we just had that letter pei. Fei, where there's no, the gesh in the middle. It's fei. That's why I say cafe. It's not cafe, it's cafe. And cafe is coffee. Cafe. Cafe cham, hot coffee. Cafe. Kuf. The next letter is reish, like R in English. Regel. Regel. Reish, gimel, lamed. The reish has a segol. The gimel has a segol. Both of them sound like e. And the word is regel. Regel is feminine, like most of the body parts, like hands. Yad is also feminine. It's a hand. Regel. Regel. Regel is a leg. Shin or sin. We have 2 ways of pronouncing the letter shin. Depends on the word, depends on the nikud, if we have nikud. If we don't have nikud, we learn the words, like shalom. Many people know the word shalom. Shin or sin. When we read and write from right to left, we see the letter shin. It has the dot on the right side of the crown. The trick is, first we say shalom, we go in, we say shalom, shin. And then we have simcha, which is happiness or party, simcha. You see how the dot on the crown in sin is on the left side of the crown of the shin. In shin is on the right. First, shalom, always. Then simcha, happiness or party. The dot is on the left. Simcha. Shalom, Simcha. And there are Hebrew names, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. And girl's name, Simcha, Simcha. We have that in Hebrew as well. The last letter of the Hebrew Alef Bet, before the ending letter, the Safiyot, the letter is Tav. Tav is also a music note. Tav, Tavim are musical notes. And for Tav, I have two examples. One is Tarnegol and one is Tarnegolet. The difference, Tarnegol is a male chicken, a rooster, and Tarnegolet is female. Tarnegol, Tarnegol. Feminine, Tarnegolet, Tarnegolet.